Chris, so how's the jack position working out for you? It's a new position. How you like it? Can you guys kind of describe the position for us as well?
I got you. I love the new position. It's kind of hybrid between outside linebacker and defensive end, which I played both in my 5 years here at UNC. So really, we're staying up defensive end. We can drop, rush, and I feel like a big bonus is Coach Chiz being our position coach. So it's never any gray or white. Like he makes it really plain for us because he is the DC, so it's coming straight out of his mouth.
And then how do you like it? How does it fit your skill set?
Oh, I love it. Just being able to rush the passer more. I feel like last year I got into a lot of dropping, which I'm able to do, but definitely I want to showcase me being able to rush the passer.
There's not as much dropping as there was in the hybrid spot?
Not as much, definitely. Chiz big on just us doing what we do best. We're all tall, long guys at the jack position, and what we came here for was the rush the passer. So we definitely are going to drop some, but what he wants us mainly to do is rush the passer.
Cedric recently said that with Coach Chizik, he wants you guys to be really good at 5 things instead of being okay at 15. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, sir. I feel like Ced made a great point with that. Chiz big on us having a simple defense, but us having a lot of answers. When we get into the season, there's going to be a lot of different checks that offenses try to do with us, but we have a simple defense, so we'll be able to get to the sideline, correct the problem right away. Which I feel like sometimes last year, we'll run into a problem and we wouldn't have an answer. But I feel like this year we definitely have an answer.
Was that problem sometimes some confusion in pre-snap, and a lot of that's been eliminated now?
Yes, so I feel like the simplicity in the defense will eliminate that.
So who are the guys at Jack that are standing? You and Noah Taylor, I guess, are kind of the 1-2.
I got you, but I got to praise my young guy, Malachi.
Okay.
Freshman, but he's coming in. And one thing about Malachi, Coach Chiz always says, he never has to tell him giddy up. It's always whoa. For a young guy, you rarely see that. You always got to tell him to bring their energy up. Malachi, we call him the Energizer Bunny. In the exact position, young guy, but he's always bringing that energy. So I definitely have to praise young Malachi.
Can there ever be 2 jacks on the field at one time, like pair of jacks?
Oh yeah, we definitely. Yeah, I feel like Chiz definitely got something up his sleeve. So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
You've been dying to ask that.
just thought of it. Charlie liked it.
We're all using it in our article now.
Some of the guys have said, they've told some stories about when Coach Chizik first arrived, when we'd have a defensive meeting, he'd walk into the room, and it's almost like this royalty walks in. Everybody has to sit up straight, eyes straight ahead, feet a certain way. Can you kind of go through what that was like for you?
I mean, he's big on accountability, and when he walked in, he demanded that respect, so because, the same respect that we give him, he gives it to us back. So that's why I have no problem giving, Coach Chiz that respect because, he deserves it. He came in, he said, like you said, field on the floor. We say field on the floor, sit up straight, and we say NC on the ready. Every time we start our defensive meeting, and that just preaches accountability. We're not going to change much. What he likes to do is simple, and we're just going to get after it.
Did you know much about his achievements previously when he got hired?
Yes, sir, I did. So, like I said, I'm from the Fedora era, so I was recruited in 2018. So my defensive coordinator then, Coach JP, was actually the inside linebackers coach. So I'm really familiar with the defense because my freshman year, a lot of stuff that we're running right now, I ran my freshman year when I was here with Coach Fedora.
Did you visit at all when Gene was still here before?
I had one visit, but not many.
What do you think went wrong with the defense last season?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say like anything went wrong. It was just a lot of mental stuff. We're all athletes. We are high major athletes here in North Carolina that came to play. But sometimes the game of football, if you have a lot going on, it can get confusing. And I feel like right now Coach Chiz is making that simple for us. So I know last year it wasn't that we didn't have the ability, we didn't have the talent. We have all the ability, we have all the talent on our defense. It's just sometimes when you're thinking a million miles per hour on that field, it slows your play down. And when it slows your play down, you can't use all the ability that God gave us. So that's why I feel like it was the main problem last year.
Looking around at the defense, just like the dudes out there. I mean, there's like the 5 stars are starting to add up. You know what I mean? Who's the most like physically impressive guy you've seen on defense?
Physically impressive, I gotta say Dez Evans. Either Dez Evans or I gotta my roommate Miles Murphy. Hey, Miles a dog, man. Just seeing him win those one-on-one matchups with the guard. Same thing with Dez. I'm really big on our defensive line this year. I feel like our 2 deep. Like Coach Chiz always says, we got the frame, we got the size. Now it's time to put in the work. But I'm definitely big on our 2 deep on defensive line this year.
How would you compare what the defensive end does on the line versus what the jack does? Like, what are the big differences between those 2 positions? You're obviously lining up, I guess, opposite of each other. So how the roles different?
Not really that different. They're in the 3-point stance, we're in the 2-point stance. Right. That's just one major difference. But like Coach Chiz always says, we're mirror positions. So we box still. blocks just like they do. You know, we take on blocks just like they do. We're just a stand-up guy, and we drop a little bit more. But other than that, we're mirror positions.
You had some good players up front when you arrived. A couple of guys that play in the NFL. But can you put into context what the front line looks like now defensively as opposed to when you first got here?
Can you repeat the first part of the question?
When you first got here, there were a couple of good players in the front line, like Strobridge still in the NFL.
Definitely.
Can you put into context what the defensive line is now as opposed to when you first got here?
That year, we had, like you said, we had Strobe, we had Malik Carney, we had Jalen Dalton. We had really good guys. But the thing about it is we didn't have depth. You know, I feel like now we have those good guys in the first line, and once those 4 plays go, we can roll them right in. And I feel like that for offenses, that becomes a problem because, you know, the O-line stays in there the whole time, so they're getting tired. So imagine we come in with Myles Murphy to 3-sec. Next thing you know, Jabari Ritchie coming right after him. There is no drop-off, you know, and that's when it starts to get scary. That's when we start to cause havoc.
Have you guys in your position group or defense as a whole, have you all set up a goal for yourselves this year about this defense? What kind of goals you all?
I got you. As a position group as a whole, I can talk this as a jack position. We definitely want to cause a lot of sacks, a lot of havoc. You know, and Coach Chiz is big on us affecting the quarterback isn't necessarily sacks. It's pressures, it's tipped balls, you know, TFLs, stuff like that. We just want to cause havoc because the more havoc you cause, the more turnover you cause, and we're getting the ball right back to our electric offense that we have.
So it sounds like we're going to see an electrifying defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Chris, as a veteran, what has your mindset been like coming into the season, and what have you been stressing upon with your other teammates?
I got you. As a veteran, I just want to stress on personally myself first, just taking care of my body. You know, me going into my 5th year is not necessarily my technique or what I have to do. I feel like I know the scheme pretty well. Just making sure I'm healthy. You know, this is a long season. You know, this is my 5th training camp, so making sure my body stays healthy, making sure I'm ready to compete, and just preaching to the young guys. Basically, you know, Coach Tiz knows exactly what he's talking about. You know, just making sure we buy in, and once we buy in, you know, we'll see the results we want to see.
Last one.
Unless you guys are good.
You guys are good.
Good.